A new Pokemon mobile game just got released and it's all about the cards. The game is intended to be a digital version of Pokemon's iconic trading card game, in which you can collect hundreds of cards and use them to battle opponents. Now, I'm no Pokemon connoisseur by any means. In fact, I've only ever watched some of the anime and bought a few card packs. But I was intrigued about how this game would play for someone who doesn't have any experience with the classic Pokemon card game. So in this video, I want to talk about Pokemon Pocket from the perspective of a complete beginner. I'll talk about the gameplay's pros and cons, the currencies and the microtransactions that come with them, along with my general thoughts on whether Pokemon Trading Card Game Pocket is worth your time or not. Let's start off with Pokemon Pocket's gameplay, and currently it has two main features. The first is card collection. They can be obtained from card packs or wonder picks. Packs are like the physical ones where you get random cards based on the pack you chose. You get 2 of these packs for free every day, and you have to spend in-game currency if you want more. And wonder picks are another way to obtain cards. Basically, you get a card out of a pack that someone else has already opened. You can see the 5 cards in advance, but they get hidden and mixed up before you pick one. So it's still random, but the card pool is much smaller and you know for a fact you're gonna get one of those 5 cards. To me, having both these methods coexist is a really good idea, because once you've obtained most of the cards from a specific collection, it's really hard to get the few you're missing from opening packs. But Wonder Picks let you see and choose from specific packs, and even if it's random as well, the likelihood of getting that one card you wanted is much higher. Card packs and wonder picks are still very luck-based, but having both of them makes it feel a little more fair, and I enjoy having 2 different ways to obtain cards. But the cards aren't just here to look pretty in your collection, they can also be used in battles. With your collection, you can create decks to fight opponents. You have the choice between solo battles where you fight against AI, or versus battles where you face other players. Currently, you get more rewards out of solo battles, and you get to choose the difficulty from beginner, intermediate, advanced, or expert. Solo battles are generally faster paced and don't suffer from the connectivity issues you might have with PvP. But being honest here, it just feels much more rewarding to play against real people. With versus battles, you can choose between 2 difficulties, one for beginners and the other for more experienced players. Since you face humans in PvP battles, that usually entails more waiting time and longer games than solo battles, simply because the other person needs to actually think about their actions. Both solo and PvP have their pros and cons, but they're both really enjoyable, and what I choose to play mostly comes down to how much time I have. Initially, I was unsure about the battle aspect because I had no clue how to play it, but the game offers guides to help you learn how to play. I found that the basic guide is really good at explaining the basics without overcomplicating things for new players, which makes this game feel really welcoming and accessible regardless of how skilled you are. My favorite part about this game though is how easy it is to play on the go. The format and gameplay make it perfect for those moments where you want to play a chill game that doesn't take too much time to get into, but that's still really fun. However, I will say that I wish there was a little more to do gameplay-wise. They do often put on events to keep things fresh, but I'm really looking forward to that trading feature and seeing the social aspect get more fleshed out. But overall, I really like Pokemon Pocket's gameplay. It's fun and low commitment, which makes it perfect for when you only have a couple minutes to play. I also find it very beginner-friendly. I went into it with literally 0 knowledge on how to play it, and the guide did a great job at teaching me quickly. So for me, the gameplay did not disappoint. Whenever a free game comes out, it's almost guaranteed to have in-game currencies and microtransactions, and Pokemon Pocket is no exception. Pokemon Pocket has a total of 8 different currencies, with pack hourglasses, pack points, wonder hourglasses, shop tickets, special shop tickets, event tickets, emblem tickets, and Poké Gold. Pokegold is the rarest one out of all of these, and you'll have to pull out your credit card to get any substantial amount of it. But there aren't many things that are locked behind Pokegold only. Anything else can be obtained via the other currencies that are much easier to get in comparison. There is also the Premium Pass, which is this game's subscription service. With it, you get extra stamina to open 3 packs a day instead of 2, and you get exclusive missions that give you some cosmetic items. Now, personally, I don't mind the Premium Pass because the game isn't aggressive or forceful about it. It's presented as something extra for dedicated players who are willing to spend money on the game. What it gives is also pretty inconsequential, so it doesn't feel like people who pay have an overwhelming advantage compared to free-to-play players. But I do have an issue with the sheer amount of currencies there are. It's just crazy to have a different currency for every single thing. I'd much prefer it if they stuck to 2 or 3, maybe an extra one for events, because having all of these makes things more confusing than anything else. I also noticed that some of the shop items require a lot of grinding, which is something I usually hate in games. But it's not too bothersome here because the items that are hard to get are purely cosmetic and don't impact the gameplay itself. Outside of that though, the monetization in Pokemon Pocket feels tolerable. It doesn't force you to pay real money to progress, and paying players don't have an overwhelming advantage over regular players. I feel that's fair considering the game has no ads at all. In my opinion, Pokemon Trading Card Game Pocket is a great game. The gameplay is fun and complex, yet easy to get into thanks to how beginner-friendly it is with the different guides and explanations. It's also a great option if you're on the go and want to quickly play something without having to commit too much of your time to get into it. The collection aspect is also really cool. I love seeing the art on all of the cards, and collecting becomes even more enjoyable when you get to show off your favorite cards to others. Pokemon Pocket does have some flaws though, notably with connectivity and the absurd amount of currencies it has. But to me, this game is definitely worth trying out if you're interested in the gameplay. I wasn't sure about it at first, but I ended up really enjoying it, and at no point did I feel like I didn't belong as a new player. I feel that it's a game that can be enjoyed no matter your skill level. And that concludes my small review of Pokemon Pocket from the perspective of a complete beginner. Honestly, I wasn't even going to get this game at first, but when I saw my friends post about it, I thought it wouldn't hurt to try it. And it's been great playing it whenever I'm in public transport or have a little downtime. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video, thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comments your thoughts on Pokemon Pocket if you've tried it. Don't forget to like and subscribe on your way out, and I hope you have a fantastic day. Bye!